Hello and welcome to another Design Clips here at W+9. This is Dawn Woolslegel, and today I wanted to give you a closer look at one of our new stamp sets releasing this June 2016. It's called Summer Blooms. Now this is a wonderful 4x6 inch stamp set. It is a layering set, however, it is a no-fail layering stamp set. And I mean that because you don't have to line anything up. You don't have to use every layer if you don't want to. In fact, each layer can stand on its own. There isn't any layer in here that cannot stand on its own. So you'll see here you've got the one image, which would be the back petals, and then you've got either an inside or front petals. You'll also notice that there are several sizes in here, so you don't get one image in 3 different sizes. You actually are getting at least 4 unique flowers in this set. If you count the centers or the front petals as their own flowers, then you get anywhere from 4 to 8 unique flowers, which I think is one of the things that's really great about this set. So let's take a look at some of the many ways that you can use it. I'm going to start out with this first flower, and I'm going to stamp out both sets of the petals. I'm going to stamp the fuller, larger set twice, and then I'm going to stamp the inset here off to its side. And then I'm also going to ink it up again and stamp it in the negative space of that first image. So off of the artwork for that one flower, I now have 3 different types of flowers, and I can build these up into a bouquet any way that I want to. So here I have one with 2 colors, and then 2 that are 1 color, and one that's larger and one that's smaller. Now you see these negative dots here in the image. We've also got that as well as a separate stamp, so you can just add it into this one here, and you've got a very cute stylized flower. Now there's these little half moon things here, and we've got them in several sizes in the set, and these are the receptacles of the flowers. I did look that up. I had to know what that little bulb at the bottom of the flower was called, and apparently it's called the receptacle. Who knew? So I've included this in several sizes to fit the size of the flower that you end up with. You wouldn't want a giant receptacle on a little tiny flower, and likewise you wouldn't want a little one on a large flower. So you can here build this up, and you can leave this off if you want. You don't even have to use it. We've also got several different stems in the set. This one here I left straight because you can just bend it on your block. The littler ones, I do have a slight curve to them because the smaller the stamp, the harder it is to start curving it. But this large one's really easy to just put onto your block and then curve it in the direction that you want. You can also use this in either direction. It does taper at one end, but here I've stamped it once and then I just flipped it over and I'm going to stamp it again. And it looks fine either way, whether your tapered end is at the top or at the bottom. The style of these flowers is very forgiving, and you really can't do it wrong. I've also included several different sizes and styles of leaves in the set. I can never make up my mind, so you get a lot in our sets because I can't choose just one. So I've included large ones for the large flowers, small ones for the small flowers, some whimsical shapes, and there's even some leaves that look like little stylized hearts in here, which I think are really fun to sprinkle around as well. Here's another of the flowers, and this is the second largest. And just like before, you can stamp this one with just the base layer and the top or inside layer, or just use the inside layer alone. And because there are so many different sizes of each of the images included in the set, you can really have fun building up and making large stems of flowers, or you could just do a single 1 or 2 blooms on one stem. It's really up to you. I think that this is a great set for beginner stampers as well as experienced stampers because it is just so versatile. Now also included is this great little stamen image, and this fits perfectly with the 2 smallest flowers in the set, and even the smaller flowers in this set are pretty generously sized, and they can definitely stand on their own. I'll have another video up here soon showing how you can create an all-over pattern just using the smaller flower in the set. Now this flower, actually, the small inset image actually serves double duty. There's a cute little butterfly body included in the set, so when you stamp these 2 together, you've got a cute little butterfly to add to your flowers. And that brings us to the sentiments in the set. There are 3 included. There's thank you, I can't thank you enough, but I'll try. And I think the I can't thank you enough, but I'll try is a perfect sentiment for the inside of your card. So there you have a close-up look at all of the elements and images included in the Summer Blooms stamp set. Again, I love this stamp set. It is perfect for clean and simple stamping. And that's exactly what I decided to do for the card that I'm going to show you today. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole stamping process. I've actually got this in a time lapse so that you can just kind of see how it all progresses and comes together. I just showed you how to stamp out every image I'm going to be stamping, so I thought there was no need to duplicate that. I like to kind of just prearrange what I'm going to do as far as the largest elements go, just so I can get a pretty good idea of what I want to do. And then once I'm pretty happy with where it's going, I go ahead and start stamping out my images. I always start with my largest and focal images first. So here I'm going to go ahead and add in the flowers, the stems, and the leaves for my largest flowers. And that's because I don't want to stamp in a smaller flower and then realize that I don't have room for my leaves, and then I'll have this large gap in my spray. So I always fill out my main or focal flowers first, and then I come in and fill in the empty spots with my smaller images. That just seems to work the best for me. So finally, I'm just going to add a couple of these small little purple flowers, and I just love how bright and colorful and cheerful this is. So I decided to make this a Get Well card. So to finish it off, I just added a black Hoping die cut from our Hoping, Wishing, Sending die cut. And then I finished off on the inside with You're Better Soon. So it says, Hoping You're Better Soon. I thought this was a great Get Well card. I just finished it off with a couple sequins from Simon Says Stamp. So I hope you've enjoyed this close look at the Summer Bloom stamp set. Remember, it will be available for sale beginning June 5th, 2016. You can find more about this stamp set, some more samples, and more on our entire June 2016 release at our blog, stampawaywithme.blogspot.com. You can find all of the links and information in the description box below. As always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.